Is it goopy? No, not goopy. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Julie, and today I'm going to go through the Huda Beauty Icy Nudes palette. I've actually already played with this on a live stream. I'm so grateful. I actually finally got some help. If you know, you know. I have been struggling with my technology for a while now, and I had two wonderful people. They came in and helped me with my studio lighting and everything, so yay, I think this looks good. Actually, I just had a FaceTime with my daughter, and she said, wow, I would have thought you had those people come in already, and I'm like, I did. She's like, oh, I could totally tell. So everything is gonna look so much better from now on. There are many opportunities in here. I can go very, very light in here and very kind of moderate, natural everyday. And then with all these sparkles and different cool colors in here, I can, you know, add a little pizzazz. So I wanna show you how to do that as well. If I have time, I will do 3 eyeshadow looks, but for right now, I'm gonna promise you 2, one on one side and one on the other. So let's get going. I already have my foundation on my face. I also started off with MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. To get something on my lips, I'm gonna go in with my Tatcha Japanese Peach Lip Jelly. It is so good. I've talked about this before. It does come with one of these little scoops, but it's just me using it, so I use my finger. I kind of forget about them, to be honest. Let me show you something a little bit more warm on one eye, and then I'll go into the cooler colors on this side. First, I'm gonna go into Gold Plunge, just to make sure it's all even, and I'm taking a fluffy BK Beauty brush. This is an A503, and just lightly dusting it all over. That's gonna set the paint pot so nothing sticks. Honestly, I don't have to do this, because it dries pretty quickly. And I don't find that any eyeshadow sticks to it, but if you're worried, just put the lightest color all over. And this is kind of like my skin tone, so it's like a double duty where it evens out my skin tone and allows me to start with a fresh canvas. This is a BK Beauty 212, and I'm gonna go into First Class. I'm gonna take that more into the crease area. This could be a beautiful summer look as well. So this isn't just a fall palette. Whatever's left on my brush, then I'm gonna bring it right up to my brow. I should clip my hair out of my face. I haven't filmed in so long, I gotta remember how to do it. Whatever shadow is left, and really kind of dragging it out to extend the eye shape. Yeah, like that. I'm gonna go in stages. You know me, I've got to build and show you at each stage what you could do with it. I'm gonna take my Refer 26 brush, and you see how that comes to a point. I'm gonna go back into First Class, that peachy color, and I'm gonna bring that right down underneath my lash line. This brush is dense and pointy, so if I press kind of harder, it's gonna blend it and smudge it out a little bit more. But if I press light, you see, this is very particular. So I can keep it very specific of where I wanna place it. So literally I could keep it like this, put some mascara on and brows, off I go. Of course, I'm not gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna go in with Gold Standards with a flat brush. This is a Refer 02. You should be able to see how dense it is. That is going to, again, allow me to place this in a specific spot. I'm gonna actually put it on my hand and press the product into my brush because I can feel it flecking down a little bit. That almost sounds vulgar. I wonder if spraying it with a little Fix Plus might make it a little bit less messy. Yeah, I can see a bit of sparkle right there. If you're ever concerned about that, do your eyes first and then you don't have to worry about it. I already have my foundation on. That was silly. So when I spray Fix Plus, I'm gonna put it on my palm like this, you see, and just lightly spray. And let's see what I can do. So very subtle, every day, go to work, nothing shocking. That looks good. Again, I'm gonna build it up and boost it up. I'm finding this BK Beauty brush really nice, especially for my eyes now that they're aging. Sometimes if I use something very thin and slim, like a brush like this, I love this brush for certain reasons, but if you make a mistake, it's very visible. Where a brush like this, like Nikki LaRose's, this is an N11, you can see that I'll actually show you right on my hand. How you can see, that wasn't a very straight line, was it? You see how I can be very specific with my line, but it's more shadowed. I'll do the same thing with this one. This is a MAC 263. Same color, thinner, denser brush. So look at the difference. If it goes off the line, if I'm not perfectly straight, this will be far more visible than this one. Keeping it in the warm family, I'm gonna go in with unapologetic. I'm gonna tap it in so that anything that's gonna fall off the brush is hopefully gonna land on my hand and not on my face. And I'm angling the tip of that brush right here. So this is gonna give me this shape. And if I want to make it deeper, I can, or I can just leave it like that. And I can feel my lashes moving. I say that all the time, but you really want to get it connected to your lashes. You don't want to see a line, a space, and then your lashes. It's very distracting. Now that I have that line though, let's change brushes and see what happens. Let's see if I can get a stronger line. So building up in layers. I can always smudge it out with the other brush. Now this brush is thinner, right? I feel more comfortable bringing it into the center, or like into the inner corner. I never bring it all the way into the corner because it makes my eyes look too close together, but about 3/4 of the way works if it's going from thick to thin. Now going back to the N11, I'm gonna go back into that color, unapologetic. Let's connect. You don't have to do that. You could stop there, put mascara on and be good to go, but more is more for me. So I'm gonna take this down underneath the lash line. And this brush is already gonna create that smudgy, smoky look. When I got into the inner corner, I changed it. I turned it to the pointy side, going towards the inner corner. And if you ever feel like you've gone too low, just, even with your finger, kind of take it up to thin it out. You can use a sponge. You could even use your concealer if you wanted to. I want to go back into first class. I'm going to make sure that it's going up high enough. When I look forward, I want to be able to see the color. Otherwise, it doesn't work. This is one of my new favorites. It is the Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerez. And if you're not new here, you've seen it before. And I'm still using up this mini. This is lasting me a long time. I bought the mini just in case I wouldn't like it, but I like it. So during the Sephora sale, oh, look it, of course. I'm gonna pick up a full size. For a more natural look, you can use just one coat of mascara. I always build mine up. It depends on the day, it depends on the mood. Sometimes I don't even put mascara on the bottom lashes, sometimes I do. Most of the time I do because I'm so fair, you can't see my eyelashes at all. I did that once and my husband said, oh, you didn't put any mascara on the bottom, so it is noticeable for me. Let me just use the Kosas Brow Pop Nano. This is in soft brown. It's not about the brows, this is about the eyeshadow. So let's just skip forward and get on to the next look. Okay, now for the cool side. I'm so excited, I love cool colors. For this side, I'm gonna start off with Avalanche. That's this one right here. And I'm just taking it on the lid. Forget it, let's go the whole thing. Can't make up my mind. Trust the process. Honestly, planning out these eye looks, like I'm just not a planner. I like to go as I go. Decide as I go? Yeah, decide as I go. Whatever mood suits me at the time. Oh, by the way, this is a travel size. I don't know why I grabbed that. This is a 203 by BK Beauty. Now I'm gonna go in with oneself. I am gonna use a Refer number 15. Same idea, going into the crease. Do want it to come up a little bit here, like if you can envision an angle, giving that illusion that it's pointing up and giving me a nice little brow lift. Oh, I don't know what's happening to this area. What? Going to a stiffer brush now. This is a Refer number 14. I'm going into Poised. Keeping that poised color on the outer corner. And I always start off in the outer corner because if it's too dark, it's easy to hide it there. It's easy to blend. Then I can bring it up. So you can see again, just ever so slightly, subtly, slowly, I guess is more the word, bringing that up. So the depth of it is going to go here. And then as I bring it up, really there's not really there's not much left on the brush. And flicking it up, cheating it up a little bit. Using a Refer 03, going into She's Rich. Or should I go into this one? Ooh, let's see. I could go into Faux Fur. Let's try that first, and that's gonna show you the slow build. My first placement of the brush is where I want it the darkest. And tapping lightly as I get closer to the inner corner. I'm just building it up and going in that imaginary line up and out. I could leave it like that. In fact, let me put some mascara on and I'll show you what this looks like. I'll apply 2 coats to this one for sure, really focusing though on that outer corner. This is a very clean look. It gives me a nice polished, fresh, lifted look. How many times can I say look? And this could be your daytime or nighttime. Do you ever see that video with the bird going nighttime? Daytime. That's always what I think about when I say that. I'm gonna let my mascara dry first. I'm gonna boost this up a little bit now that we're just waiting for that to dry. I'm gonna go into this color right here. Let's continue. Why is it patchy there? Oh, why is that patchy? How strange, why is that patchy? Now I'm gonna go back into that original color, which is Cold Plunge. Get that even. Was that wet? Back into First Class, let's fix my mistake. I always keep my mistakes in so that you can see nobody's perfect. Change brushes, make it a little bit more dense. That brush didn't work for me, so I'm gonna go in with the A502. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually going to blend these two. So this one and this one, I'm gonna dip into both of them. So here, and go back and forth. Tap it off on my hand. Let's see what happens when I do that, because I don't know if I want it that dark up here. And blending the 2 colors together will allow me to deepen it up without it being really drastic. Yeah, that's working. I feel like, yeah, it's me. There's a little patch here for some reason. I don't know why. So again, going back in, but more of the lighter color this time, just to go on this edge now. It almost looks like I waxed my skin or waxed my eyebrows and that's got a little, I don't know, wax left over or something, but it's not. Cleaning that up a little bit. I'm gonna go back into Cold Plunge with this stiff brush, and I could use a concealer if I want, just to really clean this area up and brighten it. Weird, I don't know what that is. Now I'm gonna add more pizzazz. So I'm gonna go in with this color. Ooh. And I'm going to, I think, wet my brush. That would be the wise thing to do, it looks like. What does VVS mean? I need the young people to tell me what these mean. And that is an easy way to go to a party look. Let me try with my finger. Oh, yeah. There, I can see the sparkle now. That makes me happy. Should I use this one? This is so pretty. This is called Platinum. I think I will use that one. This is a Nikki LaRose N12. It's nice and flat. It's got a little bit of a wider base, a touch. Probably not exactly the one that I would choose to use, but I have to do my brushes. I have to wash them. I'm just adding it where the lightness is. That's subtle. Let's try my finger. Oh, the finger works so much better. But you have an option, you see? Using my finger made it more dramatic, which I like, but you don't have to. You can use a soft brush. Excuse my nails, they're getting done tomorrow. Let's see about taking this a little bit deeper. So I'm going into She Rich again. That's that dark, plummy, brownish. Excuse my bruise. That's embarrassing, actually. I forgot I had that. I had an IV the other day. Nothing serious, just a test. And I ended up like this. Okay, so going in with that color underneath. And really getting close to the lash line. And I'm doing that just until I see where I want it to go. If I want to bring it down, you know, lower, I can. It's all in your comfort level, really. Just to brighten this eye up a little bit because it kind of feels to me like I've got warm. There's nothing about this except for the sparkle that's really bouncing out in my, it's not nothing, but this eye really bounces out in my opinion. This side looks pretty, but there's something missing. So I'm gonna go get an eyeliner and put it on the inside of my eye and I'll show you how to brighten this up a little bit. I like the Swede pencil because it's not in your face bright. I do have the Sephora brand and it's got a thicker consistency, so it's really like, whoa, you've got something on the inside of your eye, where I feel like this one looks much more natural. Yeah, and that brightens up my eye quite a bit. I feel like that makes it a bit more comparable to this eye. Is there any other finishing touch? Maybe I'm gonna go into Poised just a little bit, ever so slightly with the same brush, kind of bring it down lightly, lightly, lightly. I feel like this is nice and it's smudgy, but I always have a hard time because of the way my eye is shaped. It's quite round and I can kind of end up with a hole here. I have that happen often. It's not the eyeshadow, it's just the shape of my eye. Let me take this thinner brush from MAC, the 263. I'm gonna go into She Rich again. And let me see if I can just make this not so stark or like a sharp defined line, but I need to fill that little hole there. And I need a stiffer, more precise pencil, sorry, not pencil, brush to be able to do that. And be careful, because when you let your eye go, it's lumpy, bumpy, or me anyway. Yeah, I feel like that looks better. Does it? Or am I imagining things? You tell me in the comments. And just again, going into the lash line here, just to make sure there's no stop and start. I feel better with that. You let me know. It's hard to, oh, I just got some sparkle on me again. It's kind of hard to see. And that should tell you something. If it's hard for me to see in a 10 times mirror, if that is a perfect line, you certainly are not gonna notice that when we're out in public. So don't be so picky with yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. If it's not a perfect straight line or it's got wobbles, nobody's looking that close. The only way they'll see that is if it is like a liquid liner and you've gone a little crazy with it. But that's the beauty of eyeshadow, is that it's always soft, it's smudgy. So if it's not perfect, that's okay. Okay, I cleaned everything up and I thought I'd show you the lips. I'm gonna use Huda Beauty Pinky Brown Lip Liner. My hand is a mess. That's what it looks like right there. I think it should go with both eye looks, like as if I'd go out like this. I should sharpen it, but I'm too lazy. Yeah, I feel like that's gonna go with both. Wait, oh yeah, I remember. You don't sharpen this. This is a roll up and it looks funky. Hope you can see that because I tried to sharpen it. I didn't realize it was a roll up. Yeah, so it actually should not look like that. I like that it's a roll up. I'm gonna fill the whole lip in because I've got some foundation on my lips and powder. right in. And then, did I get it even? I think so. And then I'm gonna use her new lip gloss. This is the Faux Filler. Can you see the color? I have my contacts in too. She Flirty? Is that it? Oh, I got it right. Look at that. Not as blind as I thought I was. It's got like peachy pink, I would say. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let's cover that up. I'm just gonna hit it right in the center. Not too much. Yeah, and no goobies. If I put too much, there will be goobies. I did do that already on a live stream. That's embarrassing. All right, this completes the final look. I hope you like this video. I hope this helps you. I hope it helps you go from day to night and give you different ideas of how you can use this palette. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I love this palette for its versatility. I can get daytime, nighttime, real sparkly shimmer looks, and yeah, cool and warm. It's all there. And I wanna say thank you to Huda Beauty. I was so excited to hear that I was gonna be able to get that in the mail. That's such a nice gift, and I appreciate it so much. Before you leave, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share with all your friends, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.